If you're a student and you're looking to get a 2018 iPad Pro, you probably have a few questions in mind. Is it worth picking up in 2019? Does it enhance the overall experience of studying? Well, my name's Rumal, and in this video I'll be doing a comprehensive review of the 2018 iPad Pro from a student's perspective. I've been using my 12.9-inch iPad Pro for around 2 months now, and it's seen me through hours and hours of lectures and classes without any major hassles. Now, I did opt for the larger model of the iPad Pro, mainly for 2 reasons. Firstly, I'm a sucker for big screens, and secondly, the 12.9-inch Pro is as close to the size of an A4 notebook as I can get with an iPad. And yes, the screen. In all of its glory, the panel is big and vibrant and plenty sharp, with indiscernible pixels at a normal viewing distance. I also can't ignore the 120Hz ProMotion display. It seems a bit excessive at first, but it makes for a very fluid and natural experience. I mean, seriously, this screen is breathtaking to behold. Also, for full transparency, I have nothing against the 11-inch iPad Pro, and its small size actually has a few perks. However, since screen size is subjective, I do recommend going and trying out the 2 sizes for yourself and seeing which suits you best. If you're a student, you're definitely going to want to interact with your iPad in more ways than one. Sure, you can use your fingers to navigate your way around iOS just fine, but getting the Apple Pencil adds an entirely new dimension to how you interact with the iPad Pro. For me, using the iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil provides the perfect balance between handwritten notes, which has proven cognitive benefits, and interpreting them electronically, which functionally enhances the way I process information. My app of choice for note-taking is Notability, and I'll be making a video all about it very soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. For example, Notability lets me handwrite notes and convert them to text if necessary, and also lets me do things such as annotate PowerPoints from lectures in many different styles, while syncing everything to the cloud so I know that my notes are always available. From the amazing pressure and tilt sensitivity to double tapping on the side to switch between, say, a pen and an eraser, I find that note-taking on the iPad with the Apple Pencil is far better than using paper, while still retaining the cognitive benefits. All of my different pens and erasers and highlighters are a tap away, and one stylus that stays magnetically attached to my iPad is always easier to manage than the contents of an entire pencil case. See, that's one of my major positives about the iPad Pro. By having this one slate along with the Apple Pencil at hand, I drastically minimize the amount of stuff I have to carry around. No more notebooks, pens, pencils, erasers, or especially textbooks. Every written or readable resource I need is available within the iPad. And as a student, I just can't put a price on this level of convenience and autonomy. Also, let's not forget that the iPad isn't just a note-taking machine. It's got the App Store with a wide selection of apps and games, and comes in quite handy for split-screen multitasking, which takes advantage of the huge screen. For example, I can have Safari and Notability open side by side, doing a quick Google search on one side and taking notes on the other, or working through questions at the same time. And if you own an iPhone and you're invested into the Apple ecosystem, features such as handoff allow you to seamlessly switch between apps on your iPhone to your iPad and vice versa. I could be writing an email on my iPad and finish it off on my iPhone without skipping a beat and saving a heap of time. And of course, time is an extremely hot commodity, especially if you're a student. However, there is the very important question: can the iPad Pro replace a laptop? In my opinion, yes, but not really. Sure, the iPad Pro is a very powerful machine and even beats out most, if not all, budget to mid-range laptops in raw specs alone. With the addition of something like the Smart Keyboard Folio, you can emulate most tasks that you can do on a laptop. For typing up emails and notes or browsing social media, playing light games and watching videos, the iPad is more than capable. Doing light to moderate photo and video editing is also a possibility on this iPad. However, if you need to run special applications or if you find a cross-platform compatibility important, which you probably will if your school or university has a preference for a certain operating system, the iPad Pro just doesn't really cut it. Also, when compared to a desktop operating system, iOS just isn't up to par, especially without a proper file management system. All that being said, this doesn't invalidate the iPad Pro as an option for students. If you're looking to replace a laptop and think you can get by with an iPad, you've got nothing to lose, because with the addition of a smart keyboard folio, you've got a pretty powerful machine at your disposal. Anyway, the iPad experience will only get better, as iOS 13 is set for a full overhaul of the iPad interface, with many more updates in years to come. So why do I, as a student, have an iPad Pro, and do I recommend it? Well, for me, I find that the iPad significantly enhances my studies, and doesn't replace but nicely complements my MacBook, allowing me to sync notes between my devices and use the iPad as an extension to my laptop more than an outright replacement. And yes, I do recommend the iPad Pro for students, especially for those who are looking to up their productivity but retain some familiarity with the essentials of writing with pen and paper. If the iPad Pro is a bit too pricey though, I did make a video comparing the 11-inch iPad Pro to the 2019 iPad Air, so I recommend that you go check that out if you want a comparison of specs. So that is it for this video guys, thank you so much for watching. If this video helps you in some capacity, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, the comments section is always open down below, and I'll reply to your comments as soon as possible. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.